Welcome back, this is episode 2 of Let's Play Armada 2526 with the Supernova expansion. I think I've accidentally cancelled the shuttle that I had running to Augusta, so I'll just reset that. Yeah, they're moving to Augusta anyway, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. Anyway, everything else was done, so we'll just go straight into the next turn. And the Kaka want a peace treaty for 20 turns. They're going to offer us a little bit of money. The deal's roughly even, slightly in their favour, but that's fine. Blair Augusta, yeah. And okay, now what are we going to do at Augusta? So we've got one free facility slot. We could build a shipyard. We will need that sooner or later, but I think I will build a heavy industry so that we can upgrade the research lab. Next is Edinburgh, and we're going to upgrade. Edinburgh can have, we'll start the perhaps bio research at Edinburgh, I think. I generally tend to specialise one planet into a given research. There's no particular advantage to doing that, it's just sort of administratively convenient, so that's that one. And on we go. Transports have arrived. Send them back manually. That'll be the last time I did that. Research at Earth. And we're going to build the other construction lab. And in one turn we'll have recon data on Delta Octanus. Looking forward to. Kaka, you can see the icon of which race it is there. The Kaka have come to Mito, but we have a peace treaty with them, so they're not going to glaze our planet, which is very handy. The scout arrived. Yeah, okay, so ice planet. Poor, that's no good. Natural wonders is not bad, but it's a trade resource, a tourist destination. But there's not a lot of stars nearby, so the trade's limited by range. So that's not really handy, but still, I'll probably settle that just to expand the travel distance out past these two stars and see what we can cover there. The only two planets I haven't scouted yet are these two, so we'll send the scout on. Heavy industry at Augusta. Okay, so we've got construction underway, bio underway, and now I'll do weapons. That'll give us access to some ships and planetary invasion troopers. The reason I went for bio is because we can get access to terraformers, which increase happiness. So there's only two structures that give happiness in the short term. So terraforming is one type, and weather control is the other. So they're really handy just to, particularly for the humans, since they start with a happiness penalty. And Mito is a Mito. I've been saying this wrong, I don't know why. It's Mito, I'm pretty sure. Mito, we can upgrade the heavy industry, but there's really no urgency because there's nothing else, no spare facility slots, and only one population, so I'll hold off on that for now. Edinburgh, we will want to kick off the defense structures though, the planetary defense there. And I should also put it in the queue at Augusta. This is just simply so that I don't keep getting distracted and getting all the other things that I want rather than need. Okay, so at Earth we have just the one transport shuttling across to Augusta. Augusta has the corvettes, and everything else is okay. Empty transports of Earth. Earth's population is down to 37, so it's actually fairly close to the target 33. I can probably ship a few more to Augusta, but I don't really actually need to, and I've got already that one shuttle in progress, so I'll start sending some people across to Edinburgh. 37, so I can ship 4 in this initial batch. And that's going to be a one-off transport as well. So now we're at 33 on Earth. We're also, it's worked out pretty conveniently actually, we're also just starting to enter an unpopular stage because the taxation, oops, that'll be under popularity, the high taxes and past high taxes have accumulated now to the critical -5 threshold, so I'll lower the taxes, which will also increase the growth rate, and they'll be happy campers. Biolab at Edinburgh. So now I'll actually initiate a bio research, or the AI has already done so, and it's chosen the one I wanted anyway, so that's great. And next turn we get Tech Complex, which is also great. Yeah, alright, they're just scouting I presume, or maybe he was just still there last turn. So new technologies popped up. Every time that pops up I should hopefully go into the tech screen and make sure the AI hasn't added any erroneous projects that I don't want, and also confirm that the project it has added is one I want. And super arcs will be useful because we'll need to colonize Delta Octanus to get that exploration radius out. So remember, super arcs are what you need to build dead and icy planets. So that'll be up in 5 turns, that's great. Construction lab on Earth again. Now we can go immediately into Tech Complex. So there's a nice little sequence of things rolling off the production line there that is what you want to happen, but it's not always easy, and it was a bit of a coincidence in this case. But the tech finishing on the turn that I needed, the thing is ideal. Oh yeah, now Earth is up to 34 again, so I'll send another ship. This time I'll send one to Edinburgh, Mito, sorry. 1 population, and keep doing that please. On we go. Weapons lab at Augusta, so now I'll make sure the weapons lab is researching a project I want. Early choices here are Space Marines or Destroyers. Destroyers take a few more turns, but they will give us access to a ship that's actually worth building. Without this we'll be forced to just build more of those Corvettes, which are basically useless. They're not cost effective to maintain, they're not particularly combat effective, so we'll go straight on there. Augusta has ended a period of unpopularity. That will probably be because the frontier spirit is falling away due to their population increases. So it's becoming less of a frontier world. I'm not sure if I've already spoken about that or not, but yeah, that starts at 5 and drops down as the population goes up. At least I think it says the population goes up. It might be just based on number of turns. I'm not too sure. Anyway, the only choice I have here is actually just to lower the tax. That's the only way to increase the happiness. Until I can build some happiness structures, but that'll be a while off. It has some items in the queue, so I'll just leave that be. Now, I've lowered tax at 2 of my key worlds, and yeah, I wanted to check the income, and sure enough, I'm starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel a bit. But I've got 3,000 in reserve, and if I'm really absolutely desperate, I can always try and sell probably a research to the car. So I've got that ace up my sleeve, although I said I wouldn't use trade very much, but still. And once again, Earth's population's back up to 34, so another ship on its way. And I'll also send this one to Mito. I'll try and balance the growth of these two systems, since that will in turn maximize the growth of the whole civilization. It's only because it's the same distance between these two. If there was a difference in distance, I'd probably ship to the close one first, unless I had the spare transports. But that's sort of what decision making I'm going on there. So Augusta's been resolved for now, and on we go. Flare damage on my toe. The mine's gone disabled for this turn. That's annoying. We love that income. Oh well. Transport's arrived at Edinburgh. Okay, so that'll be a bit of tax relief there. 4 people gives me an extra 40 income. It's really, you wouldn't imagine it's a lot, but it really does add up, those few extra people. So I'll send them back to Earth, and they can sort of stand by there in the queue. Is Earth back up to 34? No, not quite. So it's a little bit lower than 1 per turn at this stage, but I could increase that by lowering the tax, but as you know, I'm short for money. So, okay, Edinburgh. Edinburgh has the pollution resistance thing, so we will want to build another mine here, as I discussed earlier. But for now, the only choice is to upgrade the tech complex, and we want to do that so that we can get an efficient biolab. So we'll throw that in, even though it costs a whopping 900. Okay. How am I doing on the research front? Okay, everything's fine there. Let's keep going. And now we will have 34 at Edinburgh, so I can start sending... Whoops. What have I done here? Oh, we have no more. We have no spare freight ships there, so they're on their way back. So I'll have to wait another turn there. Tech complex on Earth, excellent. Now we can upgrade to the more efficient construction research center. So there's only one of these per planet, but we definitely want to get that up and running sooner rather than later. Not looking good on the gold front, but at least we're positive now. Positive and climbing. Scout at Aldebaran, I think it is. Anyway, onto Gamma Monocerosis, and Augusta has finished its planetary defences. We will want to get that weapons lab up, but I'm spending like a madman. But let's keep going. Hopefully I've got some transports at Earth now. So we can send one to Edinburgh. Keep doing that forever. Oops. Yep. And 35 at Earth, so I've got an extra 2 now. I'll actually send 1 more as a one-off to Edinburgh. What am I doing? 1 as a one-off. And the reason I'm doing that is because at 34 population on Earth, we've got 1 more of the shuttles from Mito arriving next turn, and I just want to make sure it doesn't dip below 33, so I'll leave it at 34 for now. Tech complex at Edinburgh, that's good. We'll go straight on to now. We're low on money, and I said I wanted a mine, but it'll be 2,000. I also want to upgrade the bio research lab. That's 900, so I can do that in the short term, and I'll just have to wait for the mine, but it'll be at least a few more turns before I can do that. How many more turns? 163 plus 792, yeah, I should be able to do that next turn. On we go. Scout has arrived, and it hasn't revealed anything particularly useful. Tachyon storms and solar flares. Navigation hazards there, so again, not much. Now, I'm going to send the scout back up to Delta Octanus, because that's where the first, what do I call it? First super arc will depart from. Which reminds me, I need to build a new shipyard at Augusta. We're going to be a bit behind there, but we're also behind on money anyway. Construction research on Earth, fantastic. Yeah, we will want the research nexus as well. How are we doing on the happiness front for Earth? Down to -2, so we can actually probably crank up the tax for a little while. And that'll take it to -4 immediately, but the past high taxes is down to 1, so that'll give us just a little bit more income over the short term. Super Arcs is completed, And I should have actually noticed that last time, but that's fine. Basic weather control is definitely the next thing I want there. So on we go. How's Earth? 33, yep, okay. And it's popped up to 34, that's great. Tech complex at Augusta. We want to upgrade the research for weapons. Yeah, I'm going to put that in. Weapons is important. There's a lot of research to do there. We'll keep that one ticking over. Earth will want to get onto the construction research nexus quickly, but it's not so urgent because we're researching already a lot in the construction discipline, and there's a lot of short-term techs, so it's quite likely that if I got more research going into construction, that I'd lose a lot of tech points in that discipline at the end. There'd sort of be an overflow that gets lost, so that's alright. We'll slow down the urgency on the Nexus there on Earth, but I'll definitely be building the Nexus, which is the one per Empire lab on Earth, and it'll be a construction lab, and that'll be fine. One shuttle coming into Earth. This took me a while to realise, but you can hover the mouse over anywhere in the hex square thingy and it won't reveal the pop-up. You have to actually hover it over the icon for the ship, and that's true for all fleets, so there's a little tip for you there. Let's keep going. If Earth's population ever hits 35, then I'll initiate another one of those transports manually, but for now it's picking up. It's got 3 transports running, and that seems to be holding steady, so it's probably growing by roughly 0.5 people per turn, and again that's because I've cranked the tax rate up. So load of transport has arrived at Edinburgh. That was the one-off transport that I sent, so he can come back. Earth's on 34 still. Earth's gone unhappy though, so now we have to drop the taxes down. 938 income, money in the reserves, and 170 income per turn, so it's going to be a while before we hit 2,000. But money will continue to grow as new people breed. Basic terraforming, that's good. Now, in the bio discipline, everything takes a long time. There are a lot of techs we would be interested in. I just wanted to show you this briefly. There's sort of 2 main disciplines to bio. There's an offensive plague and bioweapons section here, and a defensive section. So if you'll probably want to research the defensive ones, just so that you don't get harassed by the AI. But if you're really keen on doing some bio-destruction, you can also kick in the offensive ones. There's a few off-tech options though. In particular, Gaia is a really late-game tech. There's a massive happiness increase for the whole Empire. And there's another one somewhere. Oh yes, here it is. Nano Construction Complex. This is a great one, really useful. It removes the pollution from your industry, and it replicates. It's otherwise the same as the high-tech industry, so that's a great one. It also is quite late in the game though, but that's a reason to go down the another reason to go down the defensive path, because you get access to these pollution-free industry levels. So, we also want better terraformers, so that's another thing to look into. Terraforming for 41 turns. It's a long way off, but yeah, I'll go for that for now. That's that sorted. I've got 35 at Earth, so I'm going to initiate another transport manually. Where do we go? We'll go to Edinburgh. I'm a little bit more interested in getting Edinburgh's population up, since it's going to be the primary breeding world, as I said numerous times now. And have I got another ship going to arrive at Earth next turn? No, this one's 2 turns off. That one's just arrived there. So I'll actually send another one, but this one I'll send to Mito. Nah, actually I won't. I'll send a shuttle to... Whoops. I'll send a shuttle to Edinburgh. And repeat. Okay. That's good. 1100 gold. Basic weather control, that's really good. So now the options are advanced mining, advanced weather control, and extreme arc. Now a reason why advanced mining is good is not only because it itself provides more income, but it also unlocks secondary mining services, I guess. So they're asteroid mining and Oort cloud mining, which are the planetary features that I might have mentioned earlier. These are great to get because they produce no pollution. It's a big one-off investment and you get a steady trickle of money. It uses up a facility slot, but it's absolutely worth it. So I'll now do the advanced mining research just to unlock those. I will want to get the advanced weather control as well, but yeah, I'm behind. I can already build facilities to improve happiness and growth, but I haven't got the income, so I'll delay that research so that I can get on the unlocking of income. Weapons Research Centre's done. Now, you can see there the weather control option. How are we doing at Augusta for population? 28. 28 on low tax. That's right, Augusta needs happiness, so we'll get that. We'll get that in the queue, even though I said I was going to save up. We'll get that in the queue there. Probably do the same on Earth, actually. Yeah. So much for that $2,000 save up. The reality is it would cost me, it would cost more happiness, even with the pollution, I think. Or maybe the pollution resistance would remove that. I'm not too sure. But either way, 2,000 is going to take a very long time, so I might even build the weather control here. The weather control is relatively cheap and very, very cheap to maintain, and it gives you the growth rate as well. So that's all gravy. Earth's on 34 with one ship arriving next turn. Alright, so Earth transport arrived. Yeah. 34 with one coming in next turn. Again, you're starting to see how I do it, I think. Research is ticking along. Everything's fine. How's our income? Getting up there. Scouted arrived. Okay. I've really got to get on that super arc, which requires me to build a surface shipyard. This is all adding up in maintenance costs and production costs, so I really want to get that mine out, but too many other high priority things coming up. Can we build... Okay, so we can build a weather controller there now. It's really important to get the weather control on Edinburgh because it improves the growth rate, and this is again going to be our breeder world, so anything we can do to max out the growth rate at Edinburgh is a good idea. 35 at Earth, and where am I going to send him to? Mito. In a continuous loop. Destroyers are done, that's good. Won't be building any for a while, but that's still good. Space Marines, so these unlock ground invasion. We'll want those eventually. Might as well. Weather controller at Earth, yep. Terraformer is something I want to do as well. That costs more money, but has a lower upkeep. So, yeah. I want to do it no matter what, but it's just a matter of time. Or just a matter of money. Yeah, we've gone a little bit negative. It's alright. It's alright. Advanced mining. As I said, I was going for asteroid mining, so I'll throw that straight in the queue. and hopefully we're positive now. Yeah, by heaps. Earth is on 33. A new alliance. Okay, so they're actually asking for a defensive alliance now. They're offering loads of gold. I'm really loath to enter a defensive alliance. They do give us an enormous amount of gold though, and gold is what we need. But they also want all of our gold right now. It's massively in our favour to accept this deal. This is really tempting. Is that? I don't know if it's permanent. I assume it's not permanent and we can cancel it. I'll accept for now and figure out how to cancel that later. It's actually something I've never done before. I see a defensive alliance and I think, no way. So, we're at Augusta, surface shipyard, yeah, that's great. But we have no money because we've just given it all to the car. Otherwise we'd go for a small orbital. Weather control at Edinburgh, yes, that's really good. Again, terraformer is what I want next. Everything would be cheaper if I built the mine. I think I will actually just harden up and build the mine now, especially now that we'll have that big income from the car. So I'll stop spending money and build that damn mine. What have we got here? Earth has 33, that's fine. Wow. Oh, okay, they do want to trade. No, I don't think we'll be doing any trades. Thanks anyway. Nothing happened. 35. And there we go, 1400. That's good. One more turn. And now Edinburgh. No more distractions. There you go. Now for some distractions. I want that orbital shipyard up. I really want to colonize Delta Octanus to make sure we can get some extra range. That's pretty important. I shouldn't underestimate the importance of that. If some other race comes along and settles there, we could get boxed in very easily, which would be bad, obviously. Earth, we will want the small terraformer. Again, that's happiness and growth. Happiness is really the best of the thing there, for the tiny amount of maintenance that it costs, which is 20. I don't know why it doesn't show there. That's strange. The shipyard. No, I don't need anything in the shipyard. Mito. I do want to build a research facility, but I don't have the money. So one more turn there. Okay, research lab at Mito, and now we're on the way. Everything's building. That's what we want. And new technology, Space Marines. Yeah, I won't be using that in the short term, but yeah. I can go straight for Stormtroopers to save myself the effort of building the Space Marines. Stormtroopers are just more advanced. They're heavier defense again. You ship them around with a special ship, but it's the same complexity ship as the Space Marines. Although, then again, hover tank is better again. So these are the planetary invasion vehicles. You will want tanks or stormtroopers. Mars on their own. I've never built one because I've never needed them. They seem to be able to stomp all over the AI with just either of these two. But Mars are more of an artillery unit, a glass cannon sort of thing. So will I build hover tanks or stormtroopers? I'll go for hover tanks. Why not? Cost more research. That's why not. All right. How about Destroyer 2? There's a chance that'll be done before I ever need to build destroyers. That'd be great. Small orbital. Okay, that's good. Now we can roll that super arc off the line And you see you've got a new ship there, that's the assault ship. You use those to ferry around the Space Marines. So we won't need any of those, we'll probably go straight to the tanks. Mine at Edinburgh, about time. Okay, so where does that put us in terms of happiness and stuff? The tech complex is producing 2 pollution, mine's 1. Natural resistance is half rounded up, which is really generous. We've only got 1 pollution penalty there, which means no impact on the growth. Pollution modifier is still 1. That's awesome. And we've got, yeah, so the base rate of 8 plus 1 from weather control. So we want to get the terraformer running at Edinburgh next. I also want the Bio Research Centre. And now we can upgrade the mines as well. I will want to do that, but the pollution 3, that might be just a bit too much to deal with. Augusta, on the other hand, will want the advanced mine, will it? Okay, there's 1 pollution versus 3, so it's an extra 2. That's probably going to push us over the edge, actually. We probably might not be able to sustain that. So let's go for the terraformer. How do we get the terraformer? Terraformer requires bioincubator, because it's a barren planet. So I can't even get access to that 1 happiness there in the short term, so that's another reason not to build the mine. I probably can, though, bump up the tax. See how we go. Where are we? Oh no, -6. So we still need low taxes for a while. We'll have to get that weather control rocking. Research lab at Mito. Yep. Heavy industry, yes please. And Augusta should be building. Yes it is. No, we don't want that there. That's the Nexus. But we do want that on Earth. What are you doing, Earth? Build a Nexus. They're great. Okay, population of Earth 34. And the research stuff is 1 more turn for asteroid mining. Good stuff. Technology, asteroid mining. Oops. And I'll probably even go... Now, the choice here really is between Oort cloud mining, or comet mining, and advanced weather control. That is Oort cloud mining. It's the same thing. If you have an Oort cloud, you can mine it with comet mining. So 14 turns for that one, and 10 turns for advanced weather control. I want that extra happiness. I'm going for the weather control. Heavy industry, Mito. Okay, so we've got construction research at Earth. I think it was weapons research at Augusta. Bio research at Edinburgh. Mito will be... What will we build at Mito? Maybe information. Let me just check. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Research. But I have to close that first. Research. So information is good because we get, yeah, the information. It has to be, really. I have to get 1 world starting on the information research. Okay, and we'll also want the asteroid mining there eventually. Sooner rather than later. Augusta, what can you do for us? You really want to build that mine, don't you? But we can't. It's too much unhappiness. Too much pollution. Sad times. That's the downside of colonizing barren worlds. I mean, you do want habitable worlds just for growth, but also for happiness. So, yeah. Alright, Augusta's shot ahead in terms of population. It's now the most populous planet we have. And it is capable of building an asteroid mine, which gives... Yeah, now remember this was the rich planet, so we want to build this. We want to build this because it will give us 260 extra income. We also want to build this, but it will so affect our pollution that it just can't be done. The temptation to build this first is because it further reduces the cost of everything. So the asteroid mines would even be cheaper later, but we'll just have to put it in there for now. I didn't actually realise this, but Augusta is going to be a fantastic ship world because it's rich and it has an asteroid belt. The asteroid reduces the cost of ship construction, so we've got a lot of compound effects on the cost of ships here. That's well wicked. Earth is up to 35, and Edinburgh's really shot up to 31. So let's go to Mito. Super Arc at Augusta. Hooray! Been waiting for that for a while. Okay, so now we'll send the Corvettes and the Super Arc. There's no way to cancel that in flight. It has to arrive at its destination before we can redirect them. So the Corvettes will be a little bit of a safety buffer. That's really all they're useful for, and they'll stay in orbit at Delta Octanus until the colony defences are up. That's going to take 6 turns. And what other ships do we want? Well, we could start building some destroyers, but we have some better destroyers on the way. I don't really feel the need for an invasion yet. There's no other systems we want to colonize that we're aware of, at least. Maybe these two. We'll have to find out what they are. Yeah, that'll do for now. No other ships. Construction nexus at Earth. Hooray, that's really efficient. And next we'll want to build the asteroid mines at Earth. Now it's more expensive there because it's not a rich system and it provides less yield, but it's still one of the few ways you can expand income without pollution and without, well, it's sort of an unchecked growth to your economy. You just get it for free, there's no offset. So we do want those. Information lab at Mito. Yep, we know we wanted that. And Mito can also start on its terraformer, or let me see. Yeah, that place has got everything it needs, so Mito can start work on its terraformer. It's expensive, but it's cheap to maintain. And we're out of gold again. But now our income's 600, so we're starting to talk business now. And Earth, we're broke. That's right, we're saving up for the asteroid mines. It's easy to keep track of things when you're not also explaining everything you do. I'm normally a much better player than this. Anyway, that'll do. And I think actually that will do for the whole episode. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more space adventures.